Hey guys, and welcome to Future Check. Today we'll be looking at the Samsung House of the Future. Remember, this is the first ever Future Check, so enjoy and let's get going.
Identify user.
Welcome to the home of the future, at least in South Korea. A place where the fridge tells you what's in it, as well as the expiry dates.
Well, it seems good so far. Let's keep watching. The only question I have is how is all of this going to work?
Where the ergonomic kitchen bench automatically adjusts to your height, then detects what has been placed on it. All thanks to one handy piece of technology central to all of this.
As I thought, it looks like a microchip. The only problem I have with this microchip is A, it looks blatantly obvious, and B, you're going to need something to read it everywhere. For the tables to tell, for everything to tell, it has to be read. And what do you have to read a microchip? Well, you need a microchip reader, and that may or may not be blatantly obvious. And then you need something to write onto it. You need a microchip writer. Now, this is all going to cost money. You're going to have to remember to write on the microchip every time. And how well are you actually going to remember every time you change what's on your plate to rewrite what is in plate as such? Because it's something that you're going to have to get used to, I think. It just doesn't seem practical.
I am holding this plate of food, but there is a chip attached to the bottom of the plate. This chip contains all the information on the food, and then after reading the information, it can give the best recommendation on a recipe for cooking it.
Then there is the entertainment room centered around the E-table, a sort of giant iPod that controls the entire room. Swipe your mobile phone for messages, music and photographs.
So basically, instead of a table, we get a giant iPad. What resolution is this going to be? Because it's going to have to be pretty high res for its size. And then there's the question of the price. The iPad itself is pretty expensive. And the iPad is nothing compared to the size of that. It's touchscreen. By the looks of it, it has near-field detection-y stuff because of the phone connectivity. It's either that or Bluetooth. And we don't want Bluetooth. We were hoping to get a bit further away from that. So let's keep watching, but I'm just not sure of the practicality of this. It'll be too easy to break.
Edit your pictures, then send them straight to frames on the wall. Then watch the entire wall change to suit the mood of the music you have just selected.
Is it just me or are those lines really, really, really annoying? I mean, I'm not sure if it's being projected onto or they're all separate screens, but if it's projected onto, it won't be very high quality video, I'm sorry to say. A projector can't get that high quality. And then those lines, they're just really annoying. And if they're screens, it will break easily. So we'll have to see. Let's keep going, guys.
This technology extends to the children's bedroom. There are even widgets, the world's flattest flat-screen television, and on-wall games and language lessons.
Right, let's take a look at this. It's a touch screen in the wall. That angers me. Children are going to punch at it, kick at it, do whatever they want to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's a brilliant concept. But how child-proof is this? That's the only question I have. Will a child be unable to completely batter this into pieces? And again, there's the issue of resolution. If it's being projected onto the screen for the TV on the walls, how high quality is it going to be? Are we dropping HD for this futuristic look of walls as TVs?
Its creators say futuristic thinking had little to do with the design.
This display center is about listening to the voice of customers and about proposing future technologies and developing new technologies in such a direction as the customers actually want.
Right, so fortunately for those of us that don't understand Japanese, there was an English translation. But the question is, do customers look behind the scenes when they look at stuff like this? Do they look at what they're having to give up? Because I know I don't sometimes. And when I want something, I don't care what happens, I want it. And I think that's what's happening here. People want this house of the future to be theirs. But it's just impractical. They won't notice until they go to use this so-called house of the future. It's just highly impractical, guys. And I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. It's going to be extremely expensive as well.
It may be what customers want, but if you want to check your text messages in the bath, or even have it run itself automatically to a favorite depth and temperature, you will have to wait until 2015. That's when the future becomes the present.
Right, this was recorded a few years back. I think it was 2005 or something like that. But is it just me, or does 2015 seem way too close? But this all to become affordable, to be practical, to be workable, 2015 is just far, far, far too close. It's a brilliant concept, brilliant ideas behind it. But it won't be ready in 2015. There might be prototypes, there might be, all that stuff. The software might be in beta, but it won't be released to the public, for everyone, and to be affordable to the normal person by 2015. There's just no chance. We can't have all this stuff in 3 years' time. It just won't be affordable to the mass market, which is day-to-day normal people. Anyway, guys, that concludes the first ever Future Check. Thank you to everyone for watching. There will be a typed up version of this on the blog. And, thank you to everyone. It's been a brilliant Future Check. And see you next week when we're doing flying cars. Literally. That can fly and drive at the same time.